Go, wow, really? So yeah, how? Well, why don't you come meet me at this place? So I knew where I was going to be at the meeting. I said, why don't you, now those are cold market. Cold market, I don't pick up. I don't go pick them up and take them to a meeting. I said, why don't you meet me at this place? So I said, we're going to show you how. We're going to show, what is it? It's about having the opportunity to make money of customers that doesn't come back and see you again. Building a residual income. So have them come back and invite them to come to a neutral place, an environment, okay? So using these approaches, plug them into the meeting, the system. Because the system will help you sort. Your job, listen, not everyone you list on here, if you make a list of 100 names, if you have 15 people join you, which if you have really gone through 100 names, guarantee you will have at least 15 people that will join you, if you do it right, okay? So if you go through this list, accept the fact that not everyone will join you, okay? And not everyone that join you will work. But if you accept that, that's very important, okay? So now, after you've done the recruiting part, once they engage with you, you need to do within 48 hours, get them to a training. Or you plug them to a training. Or get them to, we have a training. If they can't come to the training, we have a training. We're doing it at cost. This DVDs are $1 each, okay? So you get them a training. We're gonna make available this workshop training. As people get involved, we're gonna have a workbook and a workshop DVD so they can go and watch themselves, okay? So get them a DVD, get them trained right away. Why? Because before they go out to the real environment and get affected, guess what happened? We just give them an injection. That's called immunization shot, okay? They're immune. So that the outside influences won't kill them, okay? So it's important that you get your prospect immune before they go out there. Let them be armed with the information, okay? So this is okay now? Is it clear so far on the inviting?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Doesn't sound that strong.
Yes.
No. Is it really helping you guys?
Yes.
Okay, I want it for real, okay? Now, so let's talk about, so we talk about how to invite. Let's talk about how to, when you do your inviting, you gotta do your ABCs. What is your ABC? Always be caring. You gotta be caring to your people. Always be cheering. When you're at the meeting, you gotta cheer. You gotta be happy, okay? And always be closing, okay? Look, you brought the people here, you might as well close the deal. Too many times people send them home. If you send them home, guess what? They exposed the normal job, the normal thing. Guess what? They forgot about everything they had learned at the presentation. So important that you do your very best. Now, obviously, you don't force nobody to join you, but at least you say, listen, give them a platform, an opportunity. Say, listen, where would you like to get started? What position? So you can give them people an option. If they say no, see, if you don't ask, it's an automatic what? No. But if you ask, at least it's a chance. I mean, I have literally seen people coming back, and at the end, he was so agitated. He said, you know what, listen, I've come, this is my 6th time here. Would somebody show me how to get started? Because the person brought him here never even asked for the sale. So just always be closing, okay? Now, so how do you close? At the end of the presentation, first thing you do at the end, most people do at the end of the meeting, they stand up and they walk. At the end of the meeting, you know what you do? You have a roller seat right here, right? You sit next to your prospect. At the end, you take your chair and you face your prospect and say, wonderful, do you see yourself doing this business? When you ask a question, you nod. Okay? When you nod, they have a tendency to nod too, okay? And they say, you know, listen, which one would you see yourself getting started with? So which position, and we have different packages. Which position, which package would you like to start your business with? You do the assumptive close, okay? They go, well, if I might think of the basic or whatever. Now, don't convince them to go otherwise. If they go with the basic, start enrolling, okay? They can always upgrade later. Because you said, oh, don't do the basic, you gotta do the jumbo. And you start explaining everything, and they all got confused. Guess what happened? They say no. Because a confused person does what? Nothing. When they're confused, they don't do nothing, okay? So it's important, when they're hot and ready to go, enroll them in the system right away. If you don't have a computer to enroll right away, you give your application. These are your tools. Have your tools ready. Like the meeting schedule, the application, have it ready. And then say, great, let me show you how to get started, okay? Now, what name would you like to get started with? And you put their name. And what would you like the check to be mailed to? Meaning I want the address, right? Put the address. And then you pick a package, I usually ask for the social last. Because usually people are very protective of the social, okay? Because you gotta warm it up. And you know, trust me, when you ask for the payment right there, this is what you say. You say, would you like to pay by Visa or MasterCard? I didn't get no option. Because you do the assumptive close. If you say, how would you like to pay for it? Pay? Well, let me go think about it, okay? But if I say, well, listen, how would you like to pay for it? Visa or Master or American Express? And then make a bigger choice. You got to be comfortable. Trust me, if they're not ready, you know what they will tell you? Oh, wait a minute, I'm not ready to pay right now. Which is okay, at least you've done your part. And then while you are there on how to close, while you're there, you ask them, is there anything that I can help tonight to help me make a decision tonight? Is there any question that you have? But no, not right now. I need some time to think about. That's fair enough. Well, go think about it. But I do want to get in touch with me. Just let me know. So if this is this for you or is not for you? I'm cool with it. But you gotta be willing to ask a question. Go for the close, because you know what? This is a story I heard and it really stick to my head, and I thought it was real funny, but it's real pertinent. So I'll share that with you. That this is on closing. Okay, there's a very, very rich guy in Texas. He's super wealthy and he's bored, so he wanted to kind of test on human psychology. Okay, so one day he decided to throw a big, huge party at his mansion. Okay, but the night before the party, he had an Olympic-sized pool. So he put water moccasin and alligator in the pool. Okay, the night before. So during the party, then the next morning, people start arriving at the party, right? So he gathered all his guests around the Olympic-sized pool. And then he made a big announcement. He says, whoever is daring enough to jump into the pool and to swim across the pool and come up alive, I will grant him or her anything he or she wants in life. So, I mean, obviously there's a lot of people could see alligator water moccasins there. So nobody, I mean, it was like, people were scared. But right after he made the announcement, guess what? He heard a loud splash. He heard this guy that was really motivated. He was like swimming record time right across the swimming pool. And he came up. And this multi-gazillionaire was so excited. He walked over to him and said, you know what? Excuse me, young man. Tell me what is it you want. I will grant you anything you want in life. And he says, you know what? Before you grant me anything I want in life, I want to find out the name of that dude who pushed me into the pool. So, in short, sometimes, you see, if you know it's good, why not push, right? Sometimes in life, we do need a little push. It's just like, you know what, 19 years ago, if that guy didn't push me, I would have never, ever got involved in direct selling because of my wrong perception about this industry, my wrong understanding what it was about, okay? So sometimes we do need a little push. But when you know it's good, why not? It could change other people's life, but don't force them if they're not ready, okay? So that's on closing. Now, the other one is on how to overcome objections. I'll give you the biggest secret, okay? Now, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't like sales, I don't like MLM, I don't like whatever, okay? So whatever that might be. You ready for the big secret? You ready? Yeah. All right, thank you. Okay. It's called the 3 F's, okay? The first F stands for feel. Second F stands for felt. The third F stands for found. The first thing you gotta do when people give you an objection, the first thing you gotta do is you have to identify, you have to acknowledge the feelings. Don't go against them. They go, oh, I don't have time. What do you mean you don't have time? You do nothing at home, you watch TV all the time. Don't go butt head with people, okay? Now that's something Tina would do, okay? That's an inside joke, okay? But anyway, but don't go butt head with them, okay? Just say, you know what? I know how you feel. So you calm them down, okay? And you say, you know what? You want to relate to them. And say, you know what? I felt the same way too. And you share with them how you feel. You know how you truly feel. I mean, maybe when first someone told you about MLM, say, you know, I felt the same way. I didn't have time for this, okay? Or I didn't have time, whatever. So you tell them how you felt, okay? The third thing is, but you know what I found out? Here's what I found out. I have worked hard all these years, all my life. If after all these years of hard work, I don't even have the money or the time freedom, that means I need to make a change. If I don't make a change, I'll be back to the same thing. So that's what I found out. I need to do something different. See, by you saying this way, you get your prospect to listen. Because if you go butt head with them, they ain't gonna listen to you. So you do the feel, found. I don't have money. And I get that a lot over the years. And you know what I say to them? I say, you know what? I know how you feel, because I felt the same way too. 19 years ago, when someone showed me an opportunity, it cost me $6.95 to get involved 19 years ago. And I said, you know what? I didn't have the money. But here's what I found out. The guy that was showing me the presentation, he said to me, Kim, how long you been working? I said, I worked about 10 years in corporate America. He said, you mean to tell me you went to good schools, you went to UCLA, you went to UC Irvine, after 10 years of hard work in corporate America, you can't even come up with $700 to change your life? He said, you know what? I got news for you. He said, whatever you've been working ain't working. Now, I didn't like it when a stranger said that to me. But it rang true in my ears. So here's what I found out. If I had worked hard all my life and I can't even come up with money to change my life, I need to make a change. So when you say that, the feel, felt, found, you get people to listen. Your whole objective is you try to everybody has their own opinion. That's all fine. But your goal and objective is try to get them to listen to what you're trying to say to them. But the way you get them to do this, you need to identify and acknowledge how they feel. Now, when they calm down, now you can go tell them how you really feel about this. Okay? So the feel, felt, found almost always worked. The only time it didn't work was when someone's extremely negative. I completely give up. I said, listen, you don't need this. You need something else. Okay? So feel, felt, found. Okay, that's how you overcome objection. Always use it. Feel. I've learned a lot everything I've learned in direct selling the last 19 years, it helped me with my life. Not only in terms of business, in anything I do. Many people say, you know what, in direct selling, it's enable them to become a better mom, a better wife, a better spouse. It really is life changing. Obviously we gotta, you join this in the beginning because of money, or want to get the money issue out of the way, that you could do something bigger and better in life. Okay, so this is that. Okay, now next, we're gonna talk about the ways that you make money. Okay, with this opportunity, we make money different ways. The first way we make money is by retailing. That's small money. You buy the product at wholesale, you sell some product. Most people make the mistake in direct selling is that they join an opportunity, all they do is sell product. You go broke doing that. You're gone by and say, oh my gosh, what have I done? My business is not growing. Because you're at the retailing mentality. Most people, especially conventional, traditional business owner, you know what they think? I need a storefront, I need to sell my product. Direct selling, network marketing is not about you selling product. It's about a lot of people selling a little bit, and you override that, okay? But retailing is one of the ways to make money, small money, okay? Second way to make money is called sponsoring. The sponsoring activity will make you the now money, like immediate money. As you go out and sponsor people into the business, you can make anywhere between $25 up to $200. Now, why do you need this now money? Because this now money will pay for your gasoline, pays for your effort in driving your long-term residual income. By sponsoring people into the business, guess what it will do? It will help develop your long-term residual income, okay? So the third type of income is what we call residual income. Residual income, once you build your network, you do something one time, but you get paid month after month after month. Now, the beauty about our residual income, we get it every day. How many of you get cycle off of auto ship every day? Quite a few of you, okay? It's a wonderful feeling, okay? Now, so residual income, number one is what we call cycles, okay? Number two is what we call matching bonuses. Number three is what we call diamond, our global pool, diamond pool. Okay, now, so this is not a compensation plan training. We will have a compensation plan training that will teach you on the different ways how we make money. But I want to give you a quick overview that these are different ways that we make money. Obviously, the big money is right here in the residual income, okay? But you need to start from somewhere by sponsoring people in the business. Then you help, this now money will help drive your residual income, okay? Now, I want to give you just an illustration of what residual income is. And in order for, before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about residual income, because this is so important to have the right understanding of residual income. This is a 1 to 2 year plan. It's like condensing your work life into 1 to 2 years. If you could achieve financial freedom from a 50-year work life to 1 to 2 years, how many of you like that? If you knew that failing is not an option, how many would give it all you got? See, most people go through life, they're off balance. You go into work, you're off balance. But I'd much rather off balance for a short period of time than off balance for the rest of my life. So this is a 1 to 2 year plan, okay? Now, to build your residual income, this sponsor bonus is great, but the objective of this business is drive a long-term residual income. Meaning, in the beginning, okay, this one right here is time. Here's money, okay? This is a picture that will help you anytime you have any doubts, any suspicion, any whatever, you look at this picture, okay? In the beginning, you probably commit a lot of time, but a little pay. I remember 19 years ago, my first residual check was $14.83. That was my most exciting check. Now, obviously, many people don't agree with me. My mom and dad thought I went nuts, okay? I was running around the house with that $14 check and some change. I said, can you imagine adding a couple of more zeros to it? This is residual. And they go, oh my gosh, she's been unemployed too long, okay? I mean, I wasn't excited about $14, but I was excited about the concept of I don't work, but that money keep on coming, okay? So in the beginning, you do a lot of work, but little pay. But once you build a healthy organization, you will get paid for a lot of things that you didn't do because it's already built. I mean, I still remember in the previous company, my residual income a day could be a couple of grand. My previous company. Once you build a healthy organization, you just watch those auto ship, those residual income, boom, 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 boom. And when you have a product as powerful as this one, I'm telling you, you just watch some amazing residual income that could come when you build a solid, healthy organization, okay? So just remember, this is a 1 to 2 year plan. If you want to come in today and get rich overnight, you know, I think you have a lot more chance buying the lotto than getting rich overnight. Although many of us have quick successes, but we work hard at what we get. I mean, I don't know too many businesses. You know, you work hard for 16 months, it gives you a high, a middle, a mid, how many digit? 5-digit number. I don't know two businesses that can do that, okay? Now, so that's it. Is it 6 or 5? No, a week, I'm sorry. How about a week? 5-digit a week. No, 5-digit a week. I'm talking about, see, we get paid every week, so I only look at weeks, not months, okay? All right. Last but not least, I want to talk about vision and now. This is where you are now, and this is where you want to go, okay? And I hope this morning session had painted enough a picture to realize that, you know, from point A to point B of what you want to, this is your goal. This is where you want it to go. This is where you are now. From point A and point B, we all have a vehicle that we use in life to make money, to generate income, okay? If your vehicle is not going to take you to where you want to go, I would suggest you find another vehicle. It doesn't have to be JEUNESSE. It could be anything that turns you on. Change your vehicle. If this vehicle is broken, invest in yourself to get you another vehicle to get you to point B. Because you know what? This is life. This is from birth, and this is when we check out, when we finish. Okay? Wherever you are now, okay, let's say we live an 80, 90 year span, wherever that might be. You look at this picture where you want to go. Look, wherever you are on this lifespan line, I hope that you wake up and say, you know what, I need to do something. If I'm meant to do something in life, I need to do it now. Not wait until I'm too gray and old, okay? If you could talk to people, you could make this happen. So wherever your lifespan is, you say, listen, whatever I've done with my life so far, I need to make a change. The first thing is awareness. I'm aware I need to make a change. Then the second thing is realize that you have to make a change. And the third thing is I have to be open to a change. See, this has to come from you. You know, this, to succeed, it requires 200%. 100% from what is just the 5 pillars, from the opportunity. And the other 100% has to come from what? You. It has to come from us. Okay? So this is where you are now. This is where you want to go. So how many of you have ever stretched a rubber band? When you stretch a rubber band, is it uncomfortable? Yeah. A little bit, because it might snap, right? So as you stretch, it's a little bit uncomfortable. But this is exactly how you are right now. We are now, the current circumstances, and we want to go there. Okay? I mean, yeah, when we check out, okay, not now, okay? So eventually, okay? So we want to go, the vision, the future, okay? Now, so when you stretch that, it's a little bit uncomfortable. Just realize that along the way, you will find there's distractions. There's distractions in life, distractions in anything we do. There's distractions. There might be disappointments. There might be frustrations. There might be emotional roller coaster, ups and downs. Your friend want to join you, your friend want to cancel, your friend said they will show up, your friend didn't show up, your friend canceled. These emotional roller coasters, part of it. But you have to keep your eye on your goal. You have to keep focused and never ever give up. When you stretch a vision, it is uncomfortable. But you know what? Just know that when you focus, when you believe, really believe, and never give up, always take massive action. I mean, persistence. Don't just do something a few days and disappear for a few days. If you're going to do something, you're going to commit to yourself. And to the person who brought you here and say, listen, I need you to help me accountable. I need you to hold me accountable and commit me for the next 6 months. Do whatever it takes to succeed. When you keep that vision near and dear to your heart, doesn't matter where you are, you will achieve it. But just know that and embrace that along the way, there may be some stumbling blocks, it's okay. It's all part of the process. Because it is life, it is a golden rule. I mean, the golden rules in recruiting and anything else is that what we call the 4 SWs, right? Some will. Remember the SWs? 4 SWs, 1 N, right? Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. Next. There's always someone waiting. You have no idea who's next that want to change your life. You have no idea who's next. They're really like as if lightning strike. I'm like, whoa, I woke up now. I mean, I really woke up along the way as a human being. I mean, how many of you saw the movie Matrix many years ago? Okay? Matrix, I mean, that was my first awakening. I mean, like most people are like in society getting up, going to work. It's like there's a scene that really spoke to me. It's that most people are like zombies, like robots, in and out of life. But it took somebody to break through, say, you know what? I got the code. I broke through. I am the one. You could be the one that break through. Break free from all that mundane thing that we get so caught up with daily living. See, I really believe society has gotten to a point, I believe. It's a point of awakening. That, you know what, we got to do something more meaningful. There's got to be something more meaningful than the daily life living out of, getting the life out of you. There's got to be something better. And so as you go through that journey of awakening, you can do something more meaningful. I mean, I want you really, and not to put down your job or your business, really look at your daily life and the work that you do. I mean, we all love our family. We all love, taking care of the family. But the kind of work that you do, is it consuming you? Or are you being consumed by it? Or is it giving you purpose and a sense of meaning? See, only you know that. Obviously, we don't want you to go tomorrow, go to your job, and I'll quit your job. No, don't do that, okay? You gotta, but work harder on yourself than your job. Because if we don't, that lifespan, wherever you are, when would you want to make that change? When would you want to make that happen? And so, when you stretch that, it will be uncomfortable, but I tell you what, it is the most rewarding thing I do. I mean, I often ask myself, what would I am blessed at a point in my life I can do anything I want. But there's nothing else I would do different. My husband said, Kim, you're a workaholic. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. My husband said, you're a workaholic. I said, I love what I do. And when you love what you do, it just shows in your work. And not too often in life you get to do what you love to do. You get to help other people touch your life and change your lives. And at the same time, you got paid awesomely by it. And you get rewarded awesomely by it. So it is a true blessing of what direct selling has given me. And I do hope that through my example, it will help inspire other professionals to join this cause, because it is a phenomenal ground. It is true, there are some bad raps out there about network marketing, but you know what? There are also some great companies out there that are making a difference in people's lives. And so I hope that this seminar, this workshop, it's a means of helping you to realize, you know what? It is okay to be proud of what you got a hold of. And and really process of awakening. Say, you know what, we could do something different collectively. If you don't need money, there's many, many people that they can use our help. And so, and in closing, I want to share this with you is that, you know, some of you heard this story, and some of you maybe haven't, but the last Christmas, I spent a very meaningful holiday with my son and my husband, and we went to Bali and we went to Vietnam, and it's like as if it's coming a full circle. I mean, 19 years ago, I got started direct selling. It was for means of survival. I need to make money because I got downsized. I had a house in North San Gabriel. I had a brand new Mercedes back at that time, and I was 3 months away from losing all that. You know, when you got when you got downsized. I mean, I never thought one day I'll be downsized, but when it happened, I didn't know what I was going to do, and I didn't even know how I was able to manage to keep all those credit cards, all those debts along the way. I mean, I thought at a job, if you make $100,000 a year back at those times, it's pretty good, right? I thought I was doing pretty good, $100,000 a year as a corporate executive. But guess what? When the axe came, I was lost. I didn't know what to do. So I got involved in direct selling. In the beginning, it was for money, for survival. I need to keep my means. I need to keep my lifestyle. I need to keep my house. And so, but along the way, it gave me purpose in life. It gave me meaning. So once you get the money issue out of the way, it's like you want to do more. I don't know, it's just you become more loving. It's hard to describe that feeling. But when I was, so I took my son to Vietnam. And so me and my son and then Winnie went with me. And so we went to visit the school that I built a couple of years ago. And I tell you, the feeling I got when I got off the van, it took about an hour and a half to driving into the deep village. And when we got off the van, tears just rolled down my eyes because it was a little, very small gesture, things that I thought I did, a small gesture of kindness, but I didn't know the lives that it impacted. I mean, that school housed 153 children, ages from 7 to 11. I mean, and because of that school, the government had moved some of the older schools and built a brand new school for high school and the other school right next to it. So, meaning the reason I want to share with you is not to brag, don't get me the wrong way, is that you have no idea. Sometimes a mere act, it made me think, oh, I'm just recruiting somebody. Maybe through this kind of work, you may be able to touch other people's lives and save other people's lives. We have many, many amazing, amazing testimonials. Some of you perhaps saw on Youku or YouTube. I mean, mostly right now it's in Chinese because Taiwan is just smoking right now with amazing, amazing results. And we are now in America, in North America, getting great results as well. And so what I share